Maximizing the potential of students with autism at a school involves creating inclusive environments tailored to their unique needs, individualized education plans, and specialized teaching. We have our guest speaker from South Africa, Ms. Renee Blignot. She is a registered counselor and a mother of high-functioning autistic young adults.
The different brain designs and how that causes different difficulties, and then how we can actually support children in the it is not a curse. It is not a judgment that somebody that has done something or not done something. It is not God judging a family or a child. It is not from the ancestors, and it is not something put on through a curse or a sangoma.
Of mind in autism is talking about that failure in mentalizing, the mind blindness, and the impairment towards socialization and communication is making these students vulnerable in environments, sometimes to do with too many people being around, sometimes to do.
A neurotypical child will develop more or less similar levels at the same time. So you'll have a grade 3 child that can do grade 3 work in maths, English, social studies, and everything, and is socially well developed for a grade 3 age child. The difference is with autistic children is they develop asyncratically. So you will have a child that might be brilliant at maths, but 2 grades behind in English. And we're going to have a look at the actual brain design now, the neuroscience of autism. So first of all, the autistic brain has less filters, which means like you are listening to my voice now, you may be not hearing the wind or the birds chirping in the cars outside or somebody else in the building. There are certain areas of the brain that have increased brain volume. So there's more activity going on there. There's unexpected connectivity between the different parts of the brain. So that's why you often get such a different way of thinking and different perspectives from autistic.
Wishing that when is this video going to end? I think many of y'all are wishing for it, right? So imagine when Miss Renee was explaining us, they don't have filters. Yes, they don't have filters. And that's the reason these sounds are intruding, disturbing, affecting them from how, no matter how hard they are trying to.
And they only have about 5% available for daily functioning, for learning, for listening, for understanding, for
these methods globally across what people are using for autism, because picking up from there could benefit our 2 students, which makes a lot of.
We start off by using a complete logical path. That means if I say, take out your maths book, I don't stop there. I give them the why. Say, take out your maths book because we are going to work in our books now. We are going to do maths now. And I find with the autistic children, they can be very resistant to a new activity, very resistant to doing things until you give them the why. I'm going to start with the maths lesson. Therefore, I need you to take out your maths books or whatever. So use a lead in to prepare them for what is, and then to use positive language, to speak positively to them. Otherwise, you're putting them more into threat mode, grounds them, and also breaks the stress. Then warn a person when you're about to hug them. That proximity, that touch, as Sadaf mentioned, can be very overwhelming, can actually be experienced as pain. So warn a person and ask permission to hug. Then when they're having a meltdown, if the child is not safe and is not being safe towards the group, restrain safely. So what we do is we cross the child's arms around and we hold them from behind and give deep pressure. Hungry or being tired or thirsty. And a lot of our autistic children don't interpret those correctly. They don't know that they're hungry. They don't know that they're thirsty. And then they become hangry. So we have lots of meltdowns because they're actually hungry.
They tend to understand themselves better, which I call as self-regulation skills.
Emotional regulation. We need to give classes on social skills and teach them about that. Oh, we need to deal with the ADD and teach them awareness. And we need to deal with these
students requiring coping, reinforcement, and cognitive strategies to further navigate themselves into the class.